Okay, thanks to the power of the internet, I get to talk with you. And I'm going to go over a deck I didn't think I'd like, but I've been starting warming up to the idea about. This is going to be a DZ-02 deck, just because of some of the future support that actually got me hooked on this for some consistencies, but here we go. This is Sword Princess of Dream Blade, Lascaria Veleno. Very simple deck. She's just Bug Lady. She's Blitz Bug Lady. I'm sorry. It's all I can, how I identify her. Obviously, the ride lines, hers, days of training. When this is rode upon by the Grade 2, you search out for a Grade 2 or greater Blitz order without regalia in it. 9 times out of 10, you are going to grab her own, which is choose a unit being attacked, and it gets plus 2k, which is a big defensive value if you've ever played Standard. And then you can play one more Blitz order, which I think is really neat that this deck says, hey, you can play 2 Blitz orders per turn. The Grade 2, when it's rode upon by the Grade 3, you look at the top 5 for normal units with Veleno, or you choose a Blitz order. I would like to say what you should be grabbing, but this is kind of up to the fates. So, grab a Blitz order if you need it, grab a normal unit if you need it. Only 2 cards in this deck we'll go over don't have the word Veleno in it, for at least order for units. And of course, what does the big insect lady do? Well, during your turn, if you have 3 or more units with Veleno in its card name, all of them get 5k. And don't forget, this doesn't even mean front row. This is your whole board. And this includes herself, meaning she's now in 18k. But if you have 5 or more, and your opponent is Grade 3 or greater, she also goes critical. Meaning some of the tech I have in here, you can't have on the field because you need all 5 to go crit. But you're not going to be playing the card without Veleno in it late game. And then at the end of the battle, your unit was attacked and was not hit. If you played a Blitz order, you draw a card, and if you didn't countercharge, you countercharge, meaning you can have a lot of counter blast effects go off, and just go, yeah, sure. It's a free countercharger, which Stoicheia really needed. Sorry, I clicked on a card. But is not ever going to get, because people are going to point to Zorga and Magnolia and going, nope, too strong. And I get it. And this makes her really unique, being one of the only Vanguards in existence, I believe, that can actually countercharge for you. For doing, her game mechanic. Going over her support, you have Big Bug Dude, who at the end of the battle, you're Grade 3 attacked. If your opponent's Grade 3, you can stand it. And then it gets an additional 5k if you have 3 or more. So don't forget with her effect, he's basically getting plus 10 for his restand. So it will be a 23 bar any triggers you get. Another unit, the one I've been alluding to, that immediately got a buyout, or was starting to, upon her release, is Hallucinatory Morpheo. For the sole fact, when this unit attacks, if your drop has a Blitz order, you can Soul Blast 1 and it gets 10k. That's all she does. That's the reason for the buyout, using Blitz orders. But no. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard, Counterblast 1. Buying this unit, you search your deck for 1 Grade 2 or greater Blitz without Regalia. Reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle the deck. If your drop has a Blitz order, you can search a normal order instead, but this is a Blitz deck, so you're just searching your deck for a Blitz order without Regalia. One that I recommend finding, just because it's a 2 of, is Sweet Honey Garden. It is quite expensive at a Soul Blast 1. We'll get into that in a little bit. And, it gets plus 15k, a little worse than your normal one. But if your drop has a Blitz order, it's plus 25 instead. And in a deck that's playing a lot of Blitz orders, how many did I throw in here again? 2, 4, 8. counting, you know, the PG9. So more than likely, you will have another Blitz order in here to, you know, accommodate this. But we also have Fine Drink of Abolishment for Sins. This used to be a really fun order I would tech into Zorga. Once again, a Soul Blast. But you get a 5k for each order with a different card name in your drop. And if you noticed, you know, it doesn't mean you, if this isn't in your drop, so it's basically 5k for this, 5k for the B, 5k for your normal Lucaria order, and another 5k for Elementary down there. So that's a total of 20k again. So it's more of a late game one. You can also cut this down to 1, throw something else in. But it's a pretty nice teched Blitz order. Going through more support though, Valnino, you know, once again, because you just need the names, this deck is very... It's like Mythiarch in the fact that you just need the names for this deck to do what it does. And this one is pretty cool. When this unit is placed on rear other than battle, you got your grade 3, you discard a card from hand, choose a card name from, you know, drop with a different, you know, name with Valnino in it, and you call it. Or if it's a Blitz order, you add it to hand. Which is pretty cool. It needs to have Valnino in it. But that's basically, hey, look, I get him, my Restander back. Hey, I get my very good Blitz order that says 2 Blitz orders per turn. And here's where the soul blasting kind of bites you in the butt. Because Gordio over here, it's on place if you got a grade 3 or greater. It's a Soul Blast 2. Choose a card with Valnino in its card name from your drop and call it a rear. And during this one's free, but during your turn, if you got 3 or more, it gets boost in 5k. Meaning it's a 15k booster, which ain't too bad. He also adds to her, so this can end up being a 20k booster. Once again, more support. The thing that you're paying Counterblast for, when this unit is placed on rear, blah blah blah, Counterblast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Valnino, or a Blitz order, reveal it, add it to your hand. Consistency. Oh, and hey, you can spam her as much as you want, because don't forget, you're a built-in countercharger. And the last unit we have is another bug dude. At the end of your turn, if you have 5 or more, so once again, if you're getting that critical, Counterblast 1, put this unit on the bottom of your deck and choose up to 2 Blitz order from your drop and put them into your hand. So obviously that kind of counteracts Sins, which is why I'm also considering dropping it for 1, maybe adding another Restander. But for the most part, I say, hey, bring back Dream, bring back Honey, if you have the resources for it. And now you have kind of seen this deck's biggest flaw, and one that Stoicheia has as a whole, is you don't really have a Soul Charger. And yeah, we have a lot of Counterblast potential, but you're not using it for a lot. Just mainly him, her, and this order. Bind the top card, bind this card, choose 2 order cards from your drop and put them into your hand. And, you know, it doesn't say normal order, so you get your Blitz orders back, which is just so much guard. I love this deck for its potential, like, defensive value, but once again, what takes a Soul Blast? You know, she Soul Blast if you want power. This takes a Soul Blast. This takes a Soul Blast. Sorry. Tim, he takes 2 Soul Blast. So it's like, huh. Barring Persona rides, you are just guaranteed Soul Blast 3. So yeah, while Gordy is really good, and in times of need, when you need to get to that 5 Valninos, it works, but once again, you always got to be conscious that the fact if you use this, you have basically shut off Sweet Honey and Abolishment of Sins. The good thing, though, is this trigger's lineup is so nice. We're playing 4 fronts, because, you know, we got a restander, so you swing with him at, like, let's assume 18k, because your Vanguard's giving it +5. Stand it back up, it's now 23. If you hit a front, that's 33. And you haven't even boosted with this thing, so it's not hitting small numbers. It's also why we're playing a bunch of crits, because, you know, restander and you want to destroy your opponent. Your Vanguard's also probably going to be critical. One thing I'm deciding to do is Alchemic Hedgehog, which is more shield value if, you know, your opponent is getting critical from an unnatural means. This is because, yes, there are a few units that do this, but specifically Blagmire, who I'm countering. You definitely have the shield to do it. But, you know, I want consistency. Just running it out of 1 feels wrong. We're not playing draws, because if you notice, you don't really need it, because you're just, hey, I can call this. If they don't have retire, your back row's pretty much fine. You're going to be recurring orders, like, non-stop, which, if you notice, none of them say discard or anything. So you're sitting there going, yes, try to hit me. But if you fail, I countercharge. So then my restander, or hey, my consistencies, they get to act for free, basically. So, what does a game of this look like? Obviously, we do not need these because we search them out. I will keep her because, you know, I want to search out. Sure, we're just going to bot deck everything except her. 1, 2, 3. Why do I even question my luck? Alright, let's say we're going first. We're going to draw. We're going to get rid of Abolishment because it's a very late game card. We don't need it. We're going to ride. Alright, it's our opponent's turn. We're going to take a damage. Yep, defensive. Hey, we're vibing. Alright, draw phase. Draw again. We don't really need multiple of her. So, discard. Ride deck. Hey, and now we gotta search our deck for... Nope, sorry. For an order. Oh, would you look at that? Our free Blitz order. Shuffle the deck. You don't really want to call anything else, at least in this hand. Actually. Now I'm going to call it. So we're going to call her. Just so you can search my deck for another Blitz order. I'm preparing for my grade 3 turn. So swing. Let's say they take it. Because she's just on hit. So we're going to counterblast 1. We're going to bind this unit. We are once again going to search the deck for a Blitz. We want the one that gives immediate value. Because we already have one in hand. Because we got rid of it. Deck shuffle, of course. Alright. We're going to swing. We're going to drive check. Okay, cool. Opponent's turn. I don't care taking a bunch of damage my grade 2 turn, because once your grade 3 turn comes in, you basically are a defensive wall and choose when you pick damage. It's kind of a very much Desireful Doll situation of you are now in control of the tempo. So I go for my guaranteed 3 unless I hit 2 triggers. So 1, 2, heal trigger. Obviously we're going to heal. 20k, let's say that stops them there. Stand, draw. Alright, that is good for late game, but I don't really want to get rid of it. So we're actually going to get rid of him because I don't see a way of us getting 5 right now. We can always call him back later, or another version, so Ride deck, ride. We are going to look at our top 5. I wish it was top 7. Yeah, in a situation like that, yeah, you're just bringing that to hand. Like I said, it's very situational. I really can't tell you what you're looking for. Deck shuffle. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to play her. Going to counterblast. We're going to look at the top 5 again. Yep, we are going to bring her to hand. We're going to deck shuffle, and guess what? We're going to immediately do her again. My opponent is in grade 3, which is why I would love to do that. Absolutely love to. But we are actually going to call him. Well, 2 hand, technically. We're going to shuffle-uffle. Yep, call him when the tune is placed. This one's really interesting for me. Because, obviously, everything is getting +5. So if I want to be greedy, I can do this. So I might do that. So, like, power +5, power +5, 5, 5. And look, during your turn, this thing gets boost and power +5. Sadly, you know, I'm not going critical. So, because we have front triggers, obviously we are going to just swing first with the Vanguard. Check 1. Heal trigger will go off. Doesn't need to, so we can just give power. Second check. Oh, look, I've done Pot of Greed and got myself a Persona Red. Swing 23, swing 33. It's really that simple, and hey, my opponent's turn, so let's reset the power on everything. Obviously, I kind of want to take more counterblast, but I at least want to countercharge 1. And at this point, I'm going to keep this because it's really good. Because don't forget, you can keep using this order. So like, hey, choose it, get +2k. You can play 1 more Blitz order this turn. Hey, I play this again. I get 1 more Blitz order per turn. Hey, I play it again. And guess what? I have cards that say, bring them back. So obviously I'm just gonna guard. Hey, look, you attacked me for a measly number and I'm now 38. Hey, look, because you didn't hit me, I draw a card and I countercharge. Thank you for playing my game. And one thing you do gotta realize, at the end of the battle, this unit was attacked and not hit. You played in order that battle. So you can't just intercept. I saw some people try to do that. No, you call people out on that. But now, I also have 2 cards in drop with different, you know, order names, so I can Soul Blast again if I want. 10k shield. But at this moment, you just want the damage. Because counterblast potential. Oh, look, now you're 23. And I'm going to stop there because, you know, stand, draw. Hey, look, we have a Persona Ride. Drew us into a Persona Ride. Move her back. Call him. And you know what? We don't have a way to go critical, but that really doesn't matter because we're just so intimidating. Because don't forget, everything, once again, just +5 all around. You know, swing, restand, check, heal. You're probably not going to heal. PG, your hand stays massive. And that is, you know, Bug Lady, who I didn't think I would originally love, but hey, she's really growing on me. And, you know, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. It means quite a lot for me, because I've just been known to ramble, and this video is going to be way longer than it's supposed to be. But let me know what you think about this deck, and see ya.